guys, today I'm going to show you how to start turning your final drawing into our stamp that we'll use for our printmaking project. So first, make sure that your drawing is finished, making sure that you have that frame, that your animal is nice and big, and that you have at least 2 different patterns. And remember, you can either draw out patterns or just create areas that could become a pattern later when we color, like these here. I could color those in as a pattern. Okay, then your next step is to come bring it up to me. I'm going to look at it, make sure it's okay, and then I'm going to tape it to a piece of foam. Okay, once you have the foam taped on, you are going to carefully begin tracing it. Now when we trace it, this time we want to make sure our pencil is not too sharp. It should be kind of rounded on the top, so you should be able to put your finger over it like this without feeling it catch on anything or feeling too pointy. And then you are going to actually push down kind of hard when you trace, which is why we don't want our pencil too pointy, because we don't want to poke a hole in our stamp. Now the reason why I'm using a color pencil is just to be able to see where I'm doing these lines. So you can kind of see it leaves a little bit of orange where I've gone. Now this is helpful because we're going to trace over it twice, at least twice. Some of us might even have to do it a 3rd time. But I'm going to just trace over everything on here very slowly and carefully so I stay on the line. And then after you trace over it at least twice, you're going to lift up your paper and see how it's coming along. Let me just finish this eye and this mouth and we'll take a look. Okay. Okay, so now let's see how it's looking. If you are pushing down hard enough, you may be able to see your lines. Can you see my face right there? Now, like I said, let's try at least twice, but some of you may even be able to see it after the first time, like what I just did. On the other side, some of us might have to go over it 3 times on the drawing in order for it to show up on here. But once you can see it on here well enough, take your pencil again and trace it one more time on this foam so it shows up really well. See how easily you can see that part there? You need your whole entire picture to look this way on your stamp. But go slow so you stay on those lines, and if you ever get to a part where you can't quite see it, put the drawing back down, trace over that part again, and then maybe it will show up a little bit better, because you want to make sure you can see these lines very well. So I'll continue tracing over everything. Here's a different one so you can see how you can see the whole picture on there. When you're done, bring it to me and show me. Thanks guys. Remember, we are not coloring it today.